We're here.
We're here.
Oh, fucks. It's a first word.
Yeah, I always guess fucks. It's a good word to guess.
Are we recording?
What's your mic? Yeah, we're on.
Yes, sir. There it goes. See ya.
We're recording.
Sorry
Immediately
about
throws
this.
the mic on the ground.
Sorry about this.
It's fucked, man.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, just straddle the cord.
All right. So yeah, welcome back. Episode 8, Monument Zen Podcast. We're in the middle of Wordle right now.
Hey.
And my
It's
not
eight.
smart ass. That's what I said. Yeah, it's episode 8.
It is?
Yes. And
What happened to 7?
7 was last episode.
Mm.
Or last podcast. Anyways,
Nah, this is 7.
no, it's not.
I'm looking at the YouTube channel.
5 is the private one, and there's 2 after that. 6, 7. This is 8.
We're not counting the private one, obviously.
It's supposed to be private, man. Now everyone.
Yeah, now everyone knows there's an
God.
episode that they haven't seen.
Gotcha. You're never gonna see it. We got them taken care of. Episode 7 of the Monument Zen Podcast.
I can't play Wordle right now. I can't think of any
Featuring
words.
Fucks. What does the U and the S mean? It's in the word, but it's not in that position.
Yeah.
Super. Wait. Oh.
No, that you was in the same position. It's a race. Who's going to get the Wordle first, Cal and I or Blaine?
Squat.
Squat? That's a good guess.
There we go.
Damn. So the S. I wonder if this will pop up on camera. Nope. Unless I get like up in the camera's face. Or are you at yours?
I'm not playing.
You're not playing?
Do you want to play?
Did you give up? Or are you not playing at all?
It.
Oh, he already got it. Shit.
You know the word?
He's got the word.
I didn't guess it, but I already got it.
Damn.
I already know the word.
Oh yeah, he can't play.
That's why. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Got it.
Squawk. Nope, that's the same word as squat. Slung.
Slung?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucking stupid.
What's stupid about it?
That's so irritating.
What, the word?
No, y'all got it.
Oh, because you didn't?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, we're 2 people. You were just 1, so we had an advantage. Yeah. Are you offended that we said 2 people are smarter than you?
No.
That's a fact. Honestly, I think this is the weirdest start to a podcast we've ever had.
All right. It's a podcast.
We're just trying out here.
Anyways,
Thursday.
listen.
Yeah.
In the next couple months, there might be a major upgrade to this little studio I got here. So, if you're a true fan, stay tuned. Much bigger things are coming. That's all I'll say.
You might not see this room again.
Well,
You
you'll
will.
definitely see this room again.
Yeah.
But in coming months, you won't see it. Maybe. Wink, wink.
Maybe.
We're going to space.
And we're
Should I
not
have said
taking the
that?
brick with us.
I should have said that. Did you call me a brick?
Anyways.
We're not gonna brick.
Rick?
Anyways.
Brick.
Oh, brick. I understand now. I thought you were not taking a brick with us and pointed
That's
at
it.
me. I got confused.
Yeah, I was calling you stupid.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought he was calling me brick. I
It's
was
an
like, what?
aesthetic that we won't have.
True.
We won't bring the brick with us.
Should we build our own brick wall? Put it in like one of the spaceships we take up?
No.
You're killing me. I don't know where we're going.
But,
Space.
earlier, before we started, we were really into a conversation about anxiety. And I was just curious, what causes y'all's anxiety? Because I get anxiety just like little bits and parts, like at stoplights and shit.
Mine is literally just when I have to do something that I don't 100% want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so
You
simple.
just put it off.
Like I put off getting my oil changed for weeks because I'm just like, And I did it, and it was not that bad. But you came, which made it so much easier. Like, if I did it alone,
That's
it
what she said.
feels... Yeah, I'm sorry.
Mhm.
That's fine. I was expecting it. I was expecting it. Yeah, and then starting this podcast, I'm like, oh, we're doing the podcast? I feel like I need like a day's notice to be comfortable with the podcast.
Yeah, it was
yeah.
a weird one. But you have off work. That's what I figured.
Yeah,
And
honestly. Fuck it.
we were off work,
Yeah.
so it kind of worked out.
This is the second podcast in a row where Blaine's eating Popeyes.
No.
Don't make it a trend. Don't like it.
No, I feel like he's about to say something.
Wasn't
legal,
it in a
though.
row?
What were you gonna
No,
say?
it's not in a row. Episode 6 of that
Which was last episode.
Popeye. No. I'm gonna fuck you up. Episode 7 was the first episode we had the table. The episode before that, I had Popeyes.
We're not including the private video.
Oh my god.
Because it's not on the channel.
But we talking about the same video, so
It doesn't matter. We agree to disagree.
No, we
Continue.
don't. No, we don't. I don't agree to disagree with shit.
you were gonna say some legal shit. I feel like
No, I was
like
gonna
some
say,
quite official.
I was actually in Oilville working. That's why I couldn't go to work with my pops. But yeah, we're all, yeah. Because you said, you was off today. And you were
Oh,
off.
yeah.
No, I was working.
I was working too.
Yeah.
I just had business to take care of on top of the work.
it's just-
I was out in the
I think it's just when I'm off, it feels like we're all off.
Yeah, true.
Because I'm the life of the party.
But,
Jesus.
yeah.
That's
you know-
impressive.
I feel like, sorry,
Nice.
it's just, everything's digesting. I'm trying to get caught up. Sorry about this. But I feel like I'm good now. But last episode, I feel like we had a little different of a kind of a vibe to the episode. We were doing a little trivia kind of thing.
Yeah, we were up there. We were fucking
So,
hyped
That was the
out.
longest podcast
I'd
we've
kind of
made.
like to incorporate that, but also make it more talkative.
Maybe like a once
user.
every... Yeah.
Everyone into it.
Like
Yeah.
one thing
Like
a
the same
podcast.
energy.
Like make it a segment.
Well, maybe just all combined with a question, and we all guess on it, and then finally research it or something like that. Just kind of incorporate all of us,
We got to talk about something.
and not make it the whole episode though.
We got to talk about
Yeah.
something. Then. We got to find something to talk about. To get on that level. If we're not trying to just pull up a question. Because you kind of kicked my ass, but I held up my own last podcast. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, it's the last
Well,
question.
to be fair, those lists were kind of shisty.
They were.
There's so many fucking qualifications.
Yeah, and that they weren't updated. It was
No.
just it was difficult to judge because
Yeah, and just finding shit on the spot.
It was kind of fun, though, because we were like locked in.
It was fun.
I mean I can get y'all locked in again, but
Nah, let's just try it. Well, yeah.
I can't even think of what list can we find.
see, this is where you start to become. You get dead space thoughts. It's not about what list. It's about certain curiosities a human brain has that you would question.
Things that interest us
Like-
all.
How many people do you think in the United States watch Netflix? You see how y'all just
60%.
So there's like 300.
okay, but how many? All right, let me ask you this: how many people do you think subscribe to Netflix, but also subscribe to Hulu and Amazon and all those other shows? How many people do you think have 45%?
45%. It's the new cable. People of our generation, like most of them, probably
Yeah,
have a
but some
lot of
people
them.
still have cable. This is a weird,
The older generation, I feel like,
weird topic, but I came up with it.
yeah, I mean, at this point, the subscriptions are just becoming cables. Like each thing, like Hulu, HBO, Netflix, Amazon.
How many are there?
I'm subscribed to like 6.
Yeah, I'm subscribed to 7. My dad and I talked about it last night. He counted on his fingers.
Yeah.
If you could live your life sitting in a chair with a virtual reality headset on, would you?
No. Why would you do that?
I don't
No.
know, Michael. Why would you do that?
No, I wouldn't do that.
Would you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
What if you're already doing it and we're just not aware?
No, I'm
The
just kidding.
simulation
I would
theory.
not do that.
No,
Yeah, I
it
kinda
doesn't
figured
seem
you
like
wouldn't.
life. It doesn't seem like real.
Come on. Y'all gotta open your
Like in
brains up.
Inception.
Open your fucking
The
brains
people who
up.
come just to
Get some
sleep,
thoughts flowing.
come to sleep for 3 hours, and then in the dream it's like 2 weeks. Remember that shit in Inception?
Yeah.
I never saw it.
I don't like that though.
Yeah.
Inception really wasn't that good of a movie if you ask me.
It's
It just
you're
sounds
wrong, but it's
confusing.
fine.
I'm not wrong. It's just your opinion.
It's one of the best action movies ever.
This same
Action-
guy just
Action
makes
thrillers.
Fast and
confusing
Furious is
shit.
more entertaining.
But Inception is a better movie.
No, it's not.
Inception.
I mean, yeah,
good.
the
This
Fast
guy's
and Furious,
confusing,
absolutely, but
You didn't like Inception though?
I mean, it's all right.
Okay.
When did y'all watch Inception?
Months ago.
Not like a month ago, like 3 weeks ago.
Did it
Maybe.
make sense?
I mean, I understood it all. I mean, I understood the movie. It's just not that good.
Fair enough.
I just didn't. I mean, like it was.
What did
a
you like
solid
about it?
movie, but it's just. Like when the movie was over, I was like, "What?" I didn't really get that excited for it. I wasn't really that thrilled with it. It was kind of overrated because I'd never seen it before, and I'm 23 years old. I'd be 24. Never seen it, and of all the noise you hear about, oh yeah, Inception's a great movie. Yeah,
It's one of the greatest movies of all time.
It's not, but
It wasn't that good.
Mm.
Really wasn't that good.
I'd give it an 8 out of 10.
I mean, it was good. But
I'd give it
wasn't
an 8. When I've seen that as a 13-year-old or however old I was when I
Yeah, it
came
would
out
probably blow your
in
fucking
theaters.
mind back then. That's
Yeah.
why it made you think
Yeah.
as great of it as you do.
But you liked Interstellar.
But, well, I mean, but I saw Interstellar when I was younger too.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. That's why I think.
But
it's
in my opinion,
so highly of.
despite the nostalgia, I think Interstellar is great. Have you seen Interstellar?
Yeah, it's a good.
Oh, but
movie.
yeah,
I really like.
That's
that
my
movie.
favorite
Even when
place.
we watched it a couple months ago, me and you were both locked in until 2 a.m.
That's why I
watching
got Paramount Plus.
it. Yeah, that's literally why we bought it, just to watch
Oh,
it.
I get locked in.
There's an episode of
like
Halo
that.
today. Want to watch that after this?
No,
Oh, okay.
gotta-
It's a stupid show.
it is, but I gotta watch it with my sister too.
It's a stupid show.
Have you seen the last week's episode? Yet?
Quan Ha.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we already talked.
Yeah,
we already
we
talked about this. We already
talked
talked about this.
guys. Come on now.
I fall in love with TV shows and movies that make you feel something, like feel some type of shit. Like Interstellar, it was deep. Like it had a lot going on. It got emotion from it, and so I was invested in the movie.
Exactly. Like you have connections and ties to the
game was
emotions
so
in the
crooked.
TV shows.
Yeah.
Just have to deal with it.
What'd you say?
It's so crooked, but I just need to get over it.
You don't care about how I like movies?
I'm sorry. It just
I
it was
know.
an
He
intrusive
made
thought
it
that took
actually-
over. It was an intrusive
Cal
thought that
for
came
once
out. I'm
made
sorry.
a really intrusive thought.
My brain's
And
gonna
let
work
go
now.
of his opinion and
What
spoke
do you
out.
say?
And you just kinda
Movies
talked
and
over
TV
it.
shows that make you feel something
Yeah.
and emit an emotion
Yeah.
are more valuable and more interesting
Yeah.
than those
Because that's
like,
how you
than
connect.
everything else. Like when you feel something, you like it more.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
I just
shit-
yeah. Sorry.
no, you gotta go.
Again?
For me, maybe because I know movies and how they work
Well, yeah,
and how they're made.
Yeah, you're big into it.
Yeah.
Usually, the movies that are well reviewed are the ones I end up liking a lot. I mean,
Well, let me say this.
it's very rare that movies like has bad reviews that I really like.
Yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean, or it's like those movies are great,
But let me say
but their
that.
reviews are really low.
You
Right.
also, I feel like the way you watch movies is different than the way him and I watch a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
would
I mean?
agree with that.
Like,
When you watch this movie soon,
Yeah, absolutely.
I've never seen that movie.
Neither
it
have I.
feels like Peaky Blinders, but it's a lot darker
It
and more
looks fucking
dramatic.
crazy.
But
It's like this similar time era, except this is in the U.S.
like
Okay,
But it's just like a insane like tycoon, basically.
like oil.
Yeah, it's about oil.
we all watch the movie just to watch the movie.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we all, whether we consciously do it or not, we all kind of judge the movie.
Yeah.
And the way you judge it is necessarily a little different than the way me and Cal judge it.
Yeah.
And that's why I think our movie ratings and TV show ratings kind of differ.
You guys put more merit into comedies than I do.
More what?
Merit into comedies than I do.
You're gonna have to
What do you
define
mean by
that
that?
using the sentence.
You guys enjoy comedies more than I do.
Oh,
Simply.
yeah.
I just want to
Maybe-
use the word merit.
But
Sorry.
You know why I think that is? I can't speak for you, but I speak for me. But like, I think it's because I grew up. Like me and my mom would always watch like rom-coms and comedies,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a bunch of Vince Vaughn, Owen Wilson,
But I feel-
Jack Black movies.
Most of our culture.
Shallow Hal,
well,
Forgetting Sarah Marshall, The Breakup, like all those types of movies.
See, the comedy I watch when I was a kid are fucking Sleeper and Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
yeah, I saw that one though.
Yeah.
Never seen
that's
either.
right there.
Woody Allen movies were the comedies I saw when I was like a kid.
I'm not,
Not
a fan
seen
of
those.
Judaism.
Where's that from?
Okay, that's he tried, it didn't work. But the joke is my impression of Woody Allen is just one word.
And the sentence, I don't know what
that
Judaism
sentence
is.
was just.
I'm sorry.
No. What is that from though?
It's not from
it's
anything.
It's his impression of Woody
But
Allen.
my impression, you know who Woody Allen is.
Because he says Judaism.
Like
my impression trying to describe the accent to me.
I just want to do the accent. I want to do the impression.
Sorry, go for it. Sorry.
Judaism. I mean, it's not good, but that's it. I feel like that's how
he talks like this.
I mean, he's in New York and he talk. You know
who
Woody
is
Allen.
Woody Allen?
You know Woody Allen? Well, he is. Yes.
Fuck that
He's a pedophile.
He's a alleged. I wouldn't say a pedophile.
He married his married his stepdaughter. Or
so that's how you know. Like who is Woody Allen?
No, he's made.
I mean, I don't know.
From like the 70s to almost today, but like the 70s to the 90s, he made a bunch of like very prolific like drama comedies and like romantic comedies.
I still don't know who it is.
I'll show you a picture.
Like what is it? Iconic something. Woody Allen. Like I know exactly.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
Who are we talking about?
He's a film. He's like a
douchebag.
All his pictures of him are gonna be old, but this dude.
He looks like
Woody Allen.
I don't know who that is, dude.
No.
He made Annie Hall, Midnight in Paris, Manhattan, A Rainy Day in New York, Rifkin's Festival, Vicky Cristina,
Match
Ants,
Point,
Blue Jasmine.
He didn't make Ants. You're reading off his actor credits.
Oh my god!
It sounds like the Lana Del Rey of movies or something like that.
What?
Yeah.
What'd you just say?
Yeah,
Alan, 85, and Praveen,
shove
50,
up your ass.
have long maintained that
Lana
their
Del Rey?
affair
Who is
began
that?
shortly
Edgy.
before Pharaoh
You don't know
found nude photos of her in Alan's apartment.
Crazy.
When he was 56 and she was 21-year-old
Okay.
college freshman.
Oh, that's nice.
Woody Allen started grooming Soon Yi in high school.
He's a groomer. But
He's
who
not a
is Lana
veterinarian.
Del Rey?
Lana Del Rey, she makes music.
That's the one industry that I'm not really tapped into is the music industry. I'm not tapped into the music industry.
Tell you all the time.
Okay,
Heaven is a place.
We're gonna get copyright strike.
No, we're not.
I know.
No, we're not.
I know because no one's watching.
Angelical.
God damn, Lana
I haven't
Del
heard that
Rey.
song all the way through.
That song is crazy.
But
God,
have you guys seen
definitely.
Ants, the animated movie?
No, I've seen A Bug's Life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they came out the same year, so it's
Well,
like
A Bug's Life was 10 times better. That's why I've seen it.
yeah.
That was a good movie. I like A Bug's Life.
There's a real life lesson when the villain, the cockroach or whatever he fucking was,
The
he
cricket.
was like, "Do you realize those ants outnumber us 100 to 1?"
Mm-mm.
I don't know if you guys would
Something
like
like
Woody
that.
Allen. I may try to show
I
you a
don't
Woody
like
Allen
Woody Allen.
movie.
He's a groom. I just read. He fucking.
You kind of
He's
sounds
with-
like a dickhead.
You can't, okay. Now let
Are
me
you
say this.
defending him?
No, let me say this. This is a great conversation that we're about to have.
Just stopped.
Oh, whatever. But we're gonna have a great conversation.
All right.
It's about
Spit
separating
started.
the artist
No,
Like,
you
as
can't
a person?
separate the artist.
and their art.
Can you
Get
separate
the
the
fuck
artist?
out of here. This is coming from the person who was talking about last week.
I'm just bringing
The
up a conversation. I'm not
Yeah,
stating which
don't-
one I
don't
agree with.
harass him.
I'm just
I'm not-
asking. I'm bringing up a question.
The
cow's defending.
It sounds like you're coming. Okay, finish.
You were talking about last week about the ages of actors in movies.
Yeah.
Compared to them actually in the movie.
Mhm.
That flies in the face of what you're about to say.
Like
About to say,
West
so you
Side
don't even know
Story?
what I was saying.
You,
West
I
Side
listened to
Story?
exactly what you said. You're gonna come back at me now. Okay, I'll slap you. in
All
the
I
face.
Yeah,
I
come on,
stated
don't
a-
dish it if you can't take it.
I stated a
yeah,
neutral
no, I'm
statement
just
to
about
start
to-
an argument. It's like, can you separate the artist from, like, the person from the art? That's all I said.
I get that, and I'm saying last week you did.
Okay. You
Wait.
sound like you're saying like
That's the point. That's the whole point of the argument.
the way you said it. It's like I said differently. I haven't said my opinion.
I wasn't trying to come at you. Okay.
I
No, you can
I haven't
come at
said
him.
my opinion.
No, it's okay.
You
to
don't
come
know-
at each other. We're best friends.
Both y'all agreed on that.
I'm
so
just saying
like-
you don't know if I'm gonna say what I said last week. I didn't even get my thought out yet. But
Hold
basically,
Yeah, I'm tripping.
Woody
I'm
Allen,
tripping.
I think I can is what I'm saying.
All right, go for it. Go for it.
Because I still love Baby Driver, even though the dude may be like it's fucked with like a 17-year-old. I still really like the movie. Kevin Spacey's in it too. You know, it's still a great movie. I can separate them. In my opinion, I think I can. Can you?
Yeah.
With Woody
Yeah,
Allen,
when
like
it
the
comes to
movies
those
he's
things.
done are great.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them are a little like in some of the movies he's like dating an 18-year-old. It's like, oh, that's weird. It's just
Well,
It's like-
well, I see what you're saying because like
What was your example?
Am I wrong for saying, was Harvey Weinstein a producer?
Yeah.
What movies did he make?
He produced a bunch.
Exactly. So it's like, I mean, you can't sit here and say, oh, I don't like Woody Allen because of what he's done, but then watch movies that you may or may, like Harvey Weinstein may have been associated with. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I see what you're saying, and I don't even know what movies Woody Allen's has made.
I know. The fact, like, his big ones are Annie Hall, like Sleeper, and if you don't know those, then you don't really
But
know.
I also do get, like, the ability to separate it. Like, when you were watching West Side Story, it's not a movie I would just particularly sit down and look for and watch. Yeah. But I mean, I was here, I sat down and watched it, and I was like, oh, it's a good movie. And then Micah was telling me about the main actor, and I was like, all right, yeah, it's fair, but still a good movie.
Yeah.
Like, I can separate the difference.
I'm trying to think of a good example of that, though. Like, something that hits. Like, I don't know any of the things he's talked about. I don't like his music.
You don't like R. Kelly?
No, I've never.
You like R. Kelly playing?
No.
Okay.
Like, something that's not so much that you say you like it, but something that's really popular.
That
was a good example
for us.
Huh?
R. Kelly was a couple years before.
Yeah, he was like R&B and
That's
shit.
That's true. I mean, Kevin Spacey. I mean, you guys like Kevin Spacey movies, right?
Well, I mean,
there's nothing that pops out though. Like,
yeah.
It's been in a couple things.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to think of an example for you guys.
It's hard because, I mean,
there's definitely some athletes that done shitty things. Chris Brown.
That's a good example.
Chris Brown's
the best example for this conversation. But
yeah, it's the most controversial too.
That's hard to argue because, I mean, Young Thug right now.
Yeah, that's a different argument though. It's
what did he
level of morals, right?
What'd he do though?
I mean, okay, yeah, very wrong versus worsely wrong.
What did he do though?
Who?
Young Thug.
He just got RICO charges.
RICO charges?
I ain't speaking on it. I'm just saying.
Okay.
It's just legally he got RICO charges.
He just got caught up. Yeah.
I don't even know what that means.
It's racketeering in a something organization.
Got it. Okay.
It's according to the federal government.
I'm just saying, like, yeah. There's a fine line of watching people's movies who've done bad things, whether it's actors or producers. But then again, you listen to music that's made from whoever's background. I mean, you don't know anybody's story, but I mean,
and
people
also,
have done bad things that make music. I mean,
and most art.
It's a real world.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure some of the rappers we listen to have probably.
Yeah, but what I was saying is like the fucking RICO charge. Are you gonna say someone's in a gang versus someone sexually assaulting somebody or doing something that's a little bit more morally wrong is a massive fucking difference. Like, I don't care about the whole Young
taking a person's life and raping somebody's.
Yeah.
Right. So then you have
equally as bad but different type of justice.
Harvey Weinstein and all them. I don't know anything popular that comes from that side.
This is a good conversation because what would you be more mad at? A producer manipulating female actresses, or a rapper just being caught in like a big gang, like an El Chapo type gang or Al Capone type gang, running a city and telling people to murder people?
It depends on who's doing more good than the other, and it sounds like one side's doing a lot worse.
What does the good do if they're both doing evil?
It's the amount of good compared to the evil.
I think the drive of the person.
At what point does good outweigh evil? Sorry, Mike. Sorry.
Whenever there's no good existence. I wanted to say something like 2 minutes ago, and I'm trying not to forget it.
I just got caught on the loop with this. Because this is a good topic right here.
I mean, you come to you want to talk like, I don't know anything about gangs and stuff.
That's what I'm saying. Like, your motive a gang gets deep, Cal.
But that's when you're trying to make money, but also you're probably doing good with that money. If we're talking about sexual assaults and rape, what's the other side? There isn't one. You're crazy.
All right.
You're fucked up.
All right. God, I hate that I'm about to say this. I'm going to play devil's advocate, right?
Perfect. That's the best excuse.
I'm going to play devil's advocate, all right?
No,
I'm trying to get the mic closer to me.
Okay.
So, you just said, like, what's the benefit? Like, is the kingpin of a gang
who has more good?
Could do more benefit than a rapist in Hollywood. Okay. Just like the kingpin could offer more jobs to drug mules, the Hollywood producer could offer more jobs to female actresses.
Yeah, I get that.
Which also would make them support their lives.
So did the means justify the cause?
No difference.
Does the means justify the ends? Is that
That's what I'm saying. At like what point there's no good that outweighs evil of either two.
That's wrong.
They're both equally as bad.
Exactly.
No, I don't agree.
I somewhat agree.
See, I like that you don't agree though, because I just want
to explain yourself.
You're saying like good in general, but I'm talking about your intentions. Like, what are you trying to do? Doesn't matter what good results, what good are you trying to create?
That's okay. True. So like rape is just to make yourself feel better.
Fucking freak.
And you're taking everything away from someone else.
Rape. All right. So all right. Rape. Let's throw rape out the window. Let's just sexual. Let's look at. Never mind.
It's a hard thing to talk about.
I don't want to put no names on there because I'm not that type of person.
We all understand that.
It's hard.
But it's like
it's a weird conversation.
So and so of what has happened recently. You know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Do we listen to? Yeah. Okay.
Baller.
All right. What's the difference? And I don't even know what he's done. The government's just.
It's just government charges.
Yeah, they're just plotting.
He's not even guilty. It's not real.
So what's the difference between that and Harvey Weinstein? Because this could have. We don't know, but this could have plotted to 300 deaths. Weinstein over here is 20 sexually abused women that are still millionaires. And god damn it, I hate that. I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm just trying to hold the conversation. Yeah. They're both.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, okay. I'm not like there's nothing. Like, there's no excuse for this, and there's no excuse for that.
Which evil is worse?
Yeah,
the greater of two evils. Like the worst. Like which
and it's
one?
Like at what point do you like
the one that feels
you can't forgive either one?
Yeah,
is what I'm saying.
It all comes down to
if both parties are held accountable and followed up with truth.
Right.
Now, obviously, if one's innocent, it's different. But if they're both held accountable and guilty,
they're both guilty in a
you
different
can't
world
judge which
apart
worse.
from them.
Yeah,
I think you still can. It's your intention.
Really?
It
comes down to intention.
It's like if you're trying to make it and make money, and it's like you run some shit that involves deaths, but your end goal as a human being is you're trying to just make it, and that's just what the cards you're dealt. In a broad extent, because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
I see.
Versus a psychotic pleasure.
You gotta think about background.
Environment.
Right.
If you grew, I feel like, and talking about speed rated, Weinstein parties. Weinstein, white, probably grew up wealthy, privileged. Maybe you've gotten abused, and that's what they say. Most child pedophiles or sexual predators like that. Do that because they were abused.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's just a natural kind of just habit. Versus goat over here.
Yeah.
Trying to just get it out the slums who had never had nothing.
He didn't give a fuck about anything else. This is just the way that he made it.
Exactly. So I see your argument.
There's a different intention by the person doing it.
Different motives.
But from outside perspective, it could look the same. So you're not talking crazy. It's like a philosophical way of approaching the whole thing.
I see your
psychological.
I get that.
And it's weird. But at the end of the day, that's the fucking country.
We should fold this over so it wouldn't be as much hanging down.
I think you should keep it under.
Yeah. But back to what I was trying to say a while, not to divert the conversation, but I think that came to a natural end. Back to like the separating artist from, their creation. I feel like most things, like most art, isn't just one person. It's like a bunch of people, especially movies. Like Weinstein, he was a producer.
Yeah,
but then there's thousands of other people that worked on the movie.
Yeah.
It's just his money and his like company.
That's why I can separate the two.
Exactly. But then if it's a little bit differently, like Kevin Spacey, he's actually in the movie and he's present. He's a part of the movie. Right. Even though he may not be as important as someone like Weinstein who actually like funded it. I feel like that actor brought attention towards it and made the movie more money.
Now.
So that's the thing.
Let me argue this, because he just brought up a great point. Talking about how, So, all right, the differences between motives. What about if the two came up from the same motive? So a producer versus an actor. Mm-hmm. Weinstein versus Kevin Spacey.
Mm-hmm. We just gonna put them on the same.
So what are we trying to decide here? Would it be harder to separate watching a movie with Kevin Spacey acting in it, or Harvey Weinstein, whatever its bitch ass fucking name is, producing it or whatever he did.
It'd be hard to watch the Kevin Spacey one because you see his face.
You see him.
Yeah.
Okay, well, damn,
for sure. Right. It's gotta be there, though.
Good combo.
You're like every time he pops on the screen, I fucking hate that guy.
But yeah. I watched West Side Story. I had no problem with it.
So now, here's my question though: if I showed you a Woody Allen movie that he's not actually in, would you enjoy it and not be like in the back of your head like, oh, fucking Woody Allen?
But see, that's my perspective of watching movies is I don't know who's producing it, directing it, whatever. I don't know who's acting it.
I don't have a connection.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, if you turn the movie on and I see somebody I know, I'm like, oh, okay, bet.
Yeah.
He's in this movie or she's in this movie.
Yeah.
Or they are in this movie.
I don't know any they actors. There needs to be more they actors.
There does. Yeah. Fuck the
more representation. Movement. Yeah, but are there any?
I don't know.
I mean, they're trans actors. So there's Elliot Page, but he goes by he. So
why do I feel like I know who that is, but I don't know who that is?
Elliot Page. He used to be Ellen Page.
Okay.
What's the pregnant movie? Juno.
Yeah. No,
I think I know.
Was it Juno or Bruno?
Juno. Bruno is a Sacha Baron Cohen movie.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
Facts.
but Elliot Page.
Also in a lot. He's also in a lot of other.
He was in the Netflix show Umbrella Academy. You know that meme of the two people driving?
Yes, that's exactly. That's probably the most that I've seen him for.
Yeah.
Inception.
Yeah.
He's in Inception?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I still haven't seen. I've seen the other Christopher Nolan movie. It doesn't make any sense.
Hold up. You know what was another...
What, Tenet?
Yeah.
That movie is hard to figure out.
Wait, what?
I want to watch it again. Tenet? We'll watch Tenet at some point. It came out last year.
Oh, yeah, I've never seen it.
We'll watch it at some point.
But, no, you know it was a good movie
that movie was incredible.
It had Benedict
Cumberbatch.
I fucked with that
Mud?
guy.
No. Imitation Game.
Oh, yeah.
I know
that was a good
Keira Knightley.
And it was all true.
Keira Knightley's in that shit?
Yes.
Dude, I've never seen that movie.
Keira Knightley, if you ever watched this, I love
Yeah, Keira Knightley's great.
But she's a bomb, bro.
You haven't seen Pride and Prejudice, so, I mean.
Have you ever seen The Imitation Game?
Yeah.
I think I texted you. I think I did text you.
I've never seen it.
I've seen it.
I was going through a phase where I was watching like 2 movies a day.
Yeah.
I watched like 4 Brothers.
Luckily, you didn't watch anything too... Like, you didn't watch anything that I'm like, oh, I really wanted to watch that with you. Good thing you didn't do it. You chose, like, really random movies. I'm like, okay, cool.
That's what I usually do.
Yeah.
Because I kind of think about, like, the common movies that we would all watch. And so I try to avoid that.
Yeah.
But then I also, like, look at movies that I would really find interesting. Like, what was it? What did you walk in on me
Coach
watching?
Carter.
Oh, yeah, Coach Carter and... remember Coach Carter was
the one with Matt Damon?
I've seen parts of it. I haven't seen
but
that one too, though.
Hutch.
Oh, yeah, but we rewatched it. I've seen
a solid movie. Owen Wilson and Ben Stiller. Classic.
Vince Vaughn. Snoop Dogg.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wasn't there a woman in there? Probably.
Well, yeah.
Well, I mean, there's the 2 cheerleaders, but it was like a main woman that I'm forgetting? Like a lead actress?
I'm not really familiar, to be honest with you. 3, 2,
4,
1, 7.
Yeah, they don't have a lead actress.
What's your favorite TV show right now?
Right now?
Right now.
I mean, I don't really watch TV like that, but
Peaky Blinders, of course. You always say
that.
Well,
no. I mean, I don't.
Almost all Peaky Blinders.
It's a hard question because I don't watch TV like that.
Yeah, that's what makes it hard.
Atlanta. You guys need to watch Atlanta.
I've seen parts of it.
Atlanta's so good.
Y'all need to watch.
So good.
Everybody Hates Raymond.
Everybody loves Raymond.
Oh yeah, I was freaking with
Everybody Hates Chris.
Yeah.
Seen more of that.
Nah. For real, my favorite TV show is probably New Girl. If you were to ask me currently.
When do you finish New Girl?
Okay. Like, if you were to be like, yeah, put on a funny TV show right now, I'd put on New Girl.
Not Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine is fucking funny. I need to watch that show. Bro.
You've never seen it?
Not the whole thing.
I watched the first 2 seasons. I watched the first season.
Hilarious.
And I stopped watching it.
I
watched it when it aired. The first season, then I just stopped watching.
Oh my god.
That's just funny.
Santiago. I love it.
Maybe I watched more than the first season. I don't know. I've probably seen more of that show than I remember.
I love that show.
I don't remember that show.
I also love... It's like a little skit kind of TV series called Letterkenny.
Never heard of that. What is that?
Oh, is it they're Australian or
No, Canadian.
I remember you talking about it.
You didn't fix the globe.
Yeah, I know. Because I don't
Letter
care anymore.
Kenny?
Yeah, I remember you talking about that. And I looked it up. It looked funny as shit.
It's
on Hulu.
Funny. Yeah, it's a Hulu original.
Who's in that?
Nobody
that we know, but
That's what's up.
the dude, like, they're all funny as shit, and it's just like corny.
I'll never see it again, dude.
No,
What are y'all looking at?
it's just like a comedy. I don't know. Where's the thing? Where's the tool?
Bad.
I don't see it. All right.
I ain't heard a goddamn version.
I ain't
This
worried
thing.
about it.
Anyway, what should we talk about now?
I got a question for you.
Okay.
Who are these people, bro?
They're nobody. It's a Canadian show.
Do you think the world will
no,
end in the next 20 years?
No.
Nah.
Next 100? Maybe. Probably.
I'll give you that one too. A second and third. What you said?
We may live to see the end of the world.
Yes.
Isn't that crazy? It's very possible.
End in our lifetime.
It's very possible. Not the end of the world, but humans can't live on there anymore.
The tipping point to where you know it's gonna end. You can't do anything about it. We might see that.
Those no longer things can change after years of no one being on the planet, but it's not like the planet's gonna blow up. But
I think nature will always take over. But
yeah,
I think 2050 is our big date.
Yeah,
that's what everyone talks
about. That's the turning point. 2050.
That's
2060.
38.
Nope. 28 years away.
That is not that long. We're almost 28 years old.
Yeah. So half our lives may be already over.
That's crazy, y'all. We've never thought about that. Our lifetime, if you add our lifetime, another lifetime to the life you've already lived, puts you at 48. We're almost at 2050, where everyone says the world's gonna just melt away.
Bro, do you understand that the Earth, the thing that we supposedly live on, this sphere that's just floating in a galaxy upon hundreds of thousands of endless galaxies that we've just created to think in our brains?
Wait, what? I'm sorry, I didn't understand. The question fell apart in my mind at the end. I'm sorry.
I'm following. I'm right here.
I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry for laughing. That was rude.
No. It's not rude, Mike.
Okay.
Listen, side note.
I was with you until the end. I'm like, wait, what?
I will always allow laughter, judgment, doesn't matter. You're my best friend.
Yeah.
You can always argue with me, agree with me, it doesn't matter. All right? Mm-hmm. But what I'm saying is, this thing that we've been on, right, has been around for 4.6 billion years? Is that what they say? Yeah. The Earth was formed, why is it? Big Bang Theory, you know what I'm talking about? The theme song. Anyways, don't get sidetracked.
Okay.
Listen, we have somehow existed, hundreds of thousands of years? Yeah. If not, maybe 1 million.
Is it 200,000?
Our evolution.
We haven't been around as long, but we've been around.
Yes.
Yes, I know we've become more technological, but come on. We've been on this so-called planet for millions of years.
300,000
And all of a sudden, we're so smart, just like we were so smart saying, Y2K, year 2000, the Earth's just going to shut down. All the computers are going to
that was unfounded, though.
Oh my God. Yeah.
For the most part.
But they also said 2012, what was it, the Mayan calendar said the Earth was going to fucking end.
I have a good segue.
On, yeah, 2050. Yeah. If we can't control, a meteor could come down tomorrow, the size of Los Angeles, and wipe out the whole Earth. You don't know, fam. That's why I don't believe this 2050. Because y'all said 2050. I'm literally looking at it.
Yeah.
2050 fucking conspiracy theory.
But they're making that a level. It's not like 2050 is gonna come around and we're just gonna blow up. It's like a tipping point where
the way of life will change drastically enough. That's what 2050.
How much warmer will the Earth be in 2050?
Can I say something real quick though before I forget? But I was watching this other podcast and they talked about how the Mayan calendar, you know how it was supposed to end in 2012. Well, apparently in 2012,
it was 8 years off and it's supposed to end in 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bullshit.
And then in 2020,
everybody
COVID
accused that with the COVID pandemic.
Yeah, that's a
fuck you.
That's just it's
a stupid theory to get everybody's brain running.
It's just a conspiracy theory. It's funny.
It's not funny.
Yeah,
it really fucks with people's anxiety. It really tortures people that don't know and don't have a life of going outside their front door. It really fucks with people's brains. And it's not fair.
You think it does?
Yeah, it does.
Yes,
because
it causes anxiety.
It fucks with their brains because those people, probably a good bit of them, their ancestors killed off the Mayans so their calendar ended. If you believe that shit, it's fucking stupid. There's no connection to when we get wiped out.
Humans have killed things.
I don't think it's as serious as you guys. I feel like it's more of just like a fun thing, like, oh, what if this conspiracy theory is true? I mean, there are people who are serious about it, but I feel like most of the people are just like, but what if?
I see what you're saying.
It's just like religion.
But
people believe in religion. People believe in conspiracy theories.
I see what you're saying, but you're also you're downgrading people that have devoted their lives to this shit. Just like you say, it's just like a religious thing, and you don't judge people on their religion. It's not really a hobby. It's a religious belief.
Yeah.
Whether it's not a technical religion or not, people follow their fucking hearts and devote their life to this shit. And that's why, like, the people who fucking want to sit there and say, and like the people, the world's gonna end in 2012 because of the Mayan calendar.
Yeah.
Do you know how many people probably went into a fucking lockdown just like we had in 2020 because they were so scared of the actual truths or the shit that they read?
Like shit people did in 2012 to like protect themselves from the apocalypse.
I'm talking about a rational way of humans being wiped from this earth. Neither one of those examples are rational examples.
The only rational
way... No one believed any of that shit.
The only rational way for human existence to be wiped off is an asteroid.
No, that's not true.
And there's always news about an asteroid.
Or a nuclear war.
Solar flare could fuck us up, apparently.
That's what could fuck us up in the next 50 years or whatever.
That could be part of
human creation, and that wouldn't wipe us out because somebody created the nuke. And if somebody creates a nuke, somebody creates a nuke barrier. So the person who launches it probably has a team of scientists, probably 6 members, and them, so it's 7 people, and they probably created a bunker. If they're gonna launch that nuke to wipe human existence, they're gonna be in that bunker. That's a good point. Technically, they don't wipe human existence.
That's a good point. So you think, let's say we see the human extinction event, what's supposed to make humans disappear? Because we've
only
been on
human could cause human extinction.
Listen, we've been on this planet for
you're right.
for 300,000 years.
Go for it.
That doesn't mean the rest of the time, if you flip that on the other side, like, we could be wiped out like that because the amount of time we've been on this planet is like that. But if that human extinction event came, you think that humans would exist just because we have, like, somewhere in the world, think about tomorrow, like, it happens. Do you think someone's going to survive to continue humanity, or are we extinct?
Wait.
It's the question I'm asking.
Wait, what?
Let me. He's basically saying, do you think it's going to be an event that destroys everyone in the entire planet, or is it going to be an event where people can hide like underground or like maybe survive it?
If the Lord tries us, do we survive or do we not?
Okay.
Wait, you said the Lord?
All right. See, you said the Lord. Now it fucked me up.
If I'm religious.
Well, that brings me back to what I wanted to say earlier.
All right, yeah, go for it, because you haven't talked in a while.
Like, in my opinion, I mean, there's an obvious difference between religion and conspiracy theories because religions have like history behind them, and there's been things that have been somewhat proven about like certain religions, like this could have happened, this may have happened, and shit like that. But when it comes to like, conspiracy theories, it's just something that people believe in to make them continue to be interested in the world.
To have a purpose.
To have a purpose, exactly.
Yeah,
so why are like
shit.
conspiracy theories so stigmatized in a way where it's like, oh, you're a freak for thinking about this? There are religions that have crazy shit, and if someone believes in that, people are like, "Oh no, I can't say anything because it's a religion."
Yeah, but
what's the? I'm asking because I don't know, but what do you think is the major difference between like religion and
you know what
conspiracy theories besides like length of history? Is it just facts?
You want to know what the difference is? Is because most people that come out with these so-called conspiracy theorists, and you notice the only people that call them conspiracy theorists are the people who are devout to their government. Y'all know how the fuck I think. I'm just gonna speak it real with y'all. I don't give a fuck no more. The people that are so devout to a certain political party will automatically disapprove anything anybody else says.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's divide and conquer at its finest. Okay. Yeah. So besides that, a conspiracy theorist who so happens to smoke a little weed, maybe drop acid a few times, listen to the Grateful Dead. Maybe open their fucking mind up. Has this crazy thought of maybe the government's trying to split us up. And they come up with these theories. Some are fucking ludicrous, like the flat earth. Right? And I'm a victim.
That's just lazy.
Listen. I'm a victim. Yeah. I dive into it, and I still will question it because if you grew up your whole fucking life being told and taught that the earth was flat, and then 20 years of your life somebody came around and said, hey, the earth is actually round, you'd be like, you're a fucking moron.
Yeah.
So you don't know, but I mean, it's probably not flat.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I'm just saying, but that's how they get called crazy.
Yeah.
It's because you've only been taught this way because somebody else told them to teach you this way. Right. That's why conspiracy theorists are always considered crazy because they're always usually, oh yeah, they're hippies, they're drug addicts, they do shit, they just float around, they don't work a 9 to 5. Okay. Yeah, maybe it's because they're not fucking caught up in the goddamn loop of fucking taxation and working to pay somebody else, and meanwhile the money that's been taken out of their fucking hard-earned money or their hard-earned paycheck is being spent on something else they have nothing involved with.
Yeah, so they're going to come up with conspiracy theories to undermine the government.
Exactly.
To undermine
now here's my question.
That's why there's the difference.
With your specific argument with like growing up and believing in it because that's how you're taught, how is that different from religion? Because people are grown up in religion.
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing. You're just taught how you were born.
But what makes... Okay,
if you were born in a Christian house,
but what makes it people being called crazy about
they're called crazy because they flock away from their family fucking tradition. They're known as the black sheep, even though they're just thinking for themselves.
I missed that point.
Because like the definite conspiracy theorists, half of them are doing that because they're religious, and the other half are doing that for ulterior motives. They're questioning
their other belief.
It's a different thing.
Yeah. They're questioning the question in their belief.
Yeah.
And it's not crazy, it's just curiosity.
Exactly.
Yeah, but people take it so seriously. Like,
who
both
are you
sides.
To believe it, though?
Exactly. Yeah. They may believe it to the full extent of ruining their lives, but you're the one that catches on to it.
Yeah. Why are you mad? Because you're listening to it.
Exactly.
The important part is if you really don't believe in it and you want to say something about it,
then keep your distance from it.
You can keep your distance from it if you're a type of person to make bad energy of it. Or
fucking argue with
just
open
talk about
beliefs.
It. Just talk about it. Literally just talk about the entire
That's
thing.
why we can fucking sit here and argue. Because I am one of the probably least religious people in this world.
Yeah. You're more religious
than I'm also so open to learning about religions.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I was never taught it. But that's why I don't believe it.
Having real open-mindedness. Like, you can be religious, you can be non-religious, but what is important is that the three of us living human beings right now are having a conversation.
And
so if you believe something, it's important to know what the other person believes.
Facts. And I feel like at the end of the day, all humans, all across the globe, comes down to morals.
Yeah.
Regardless of religion, I feel like whatever religion, it doesn't matter with the religion, I feel like there's a baseline. Whether it goes up, down, doesn't matter. I feel like at the end of the day, all religion believes in health. Humans should be healthy. Whether certain humans shouldn't, other humans should, doesn't matter. At the end of the day, all humans should be healthy. And to me, that tells me that we're supposed to live. Humans are supposed to function on this earth. Mm-hmm. And this whole difference of opinions is a part of life, but it shouldn't cause a fucking war. This country right now in the state of 2022 should not be fucking arguing about Joe Biden or Donald Trump. We should not be worried about Kyrie Irving not playing the playoffs. Mm-hmm. We should, Russia is at war with Ukraine. Afghanistan is at war. Iran is at war. There's Palestine. China is in lockdown, fam. Mm-hmm. Yeah. In full lockdown.
They're fucking taping people up.
Can't go out of their homes, bro. And we're over here speaking freely, doing a podcast. Mm-hmm. Like, there's levels to this life shit. And I feel like at the end of the day, no matter what you believe, unless you're a fucking horrible human being, you want the next person to live, regardless of what they are.
Yeah. It's just, are you doing the right thing? Like, are you you doing the right fucking thing?
And if you're not, get the fuck out of here, fam.
Exactly.
I will get everybody on your bitch ass.
You're worthless.
Oh my God.
You're done. But if another important point is like, if you're here to do the right thing, but what you think is completely opposite of mine, but I'm trying to do the right thing, we need to have a conversation more so than we need to be like, fuck you, like you're gonna fucking die.
That's a good conversation.
It's the truth.
That's a good conversation.
It's like, why do you believe what you believe?
Exactly.
And reciprocate.
And it goes into like, to trying to sway this topic a little bit, goes into parenting.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, I guarantee y'all, both of y'all probably have different views about parenting than I do.
Yeah.
I bet you all three of us have some very different views.
So let's get into it.
Parenting.
Let me hear y'all.
This is interesting.
Because I can talk y'all's head off, but I want to hear y'all's fucking parenting.
Well, something that's been phased out just culturally because it's deemed wrong is like hitting your kids. What's your opinion on that? Like, I'm against that.
When you say hitting, what do you mean?
Yeah, there's a difference.
Like,
because hitting is...
Well, it's like, I'm going to get the spanker and spank you
hitting is
type
like
deal.
Hate.
Yeah.
Hitting,
well, what if you
like,
just get popped?
Is a strong word.
Yeah, even that. Yeah. Any physical violence towards a child.
I think there are different levels to it. It doesn't... There's some
level that you agree with, is what I'm saying.
I don't know if I... Wait,
you said a pop.
See, you got to define it. You got to really define it, Mike, because... Hitting, I was never hit.
I know what you mean.
I was spanked, and then I was also like, you take the knuckles, and you just go, like that, but harder.
Yeah.
I was never like hit like that, but I was like scraped like that.
Hit, in my opinion.
But at the same time, it's like I don't know necessarily. See, this is a good conversation because hitting, right? Let's not say hitting. Let's
harmful
just say,
physical
let's
contact.
say disciplining. Let's say disciplining, right? In a physical manner.
Physical discipline. Physical discipline.
Physical discipline 20 years ago. Physical discipline 40 years ago was different than physical discipline 20 years ago because we were babies 20 years ago, right? Yeah. Okay. Which is different than physical discipline today.
Yeah.
Which is another 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, to me, I feel like it's generational. Physical discipline was harsher 40 years ago because the 20 years before that, those parents were, I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. And then, you know, humans advance, technology advance. Those parents had kids, which were our parents, still, you know, disciplined, strong, stern, physically disciplined. But some people, which is more of a percentage, had the softer version.
Yeah.
And then the 20 years in which we were born, there was a bigger percentage of not physically disciplining. But then there was the kids like me, maybe y'all, I don't know, some other kids, but still got disciplined. So now it's the majority of non-discipline versus physical discipline. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But that physical discipline differentiates between generations.
Mm-hmm.
Physical discipline now could be a pop on the shoulder, no phone for a week.
Yeah.
Physical discipline 20 years ago was 3 spankings, pop on the head, and no dirt bike for me.
Yeah.
I think my definition's different. There's this. What I'm trying to convey is physical discipline to me is physically touching a child in a harmful way. That's all it comes down to.
But see,
so if the kid said, "Ow, that hurt," or "I don't like that," that's it.
I think that's,
to a certain degree. That's.
I see what you're saying. But
what
there's
entails
a
physical.
line.
I think it's unimportant to human psychology as a whole. Like,
yeah,
if looking at it from that lens, because if like your mom pops you because you're doing something fucking stupid, then because you feel something, you're gonna react to it in a negative way and not want to do something like that. So if your mom cares for you, yeah, you don't have to. Like, you don't got popped all the time, but like if you recognize that you shouldn't be doing something in a situation a lot harsher than not. Oh, I'm driving myself in a circle here. Basically, it's like, I don't know. Like, if I'm doing something stupid and someone's just like, bro, knock it off.
Yeah.
I'm not going to care as much about it. But if I'm doing something stupid and you're like, hey, like cut it the fuck out, or you like hit me, or if you like told me I was fucking stupid on the, like insulted me as a human being, then I'm gonna react a little bit differently to it. So there's different levels to that shit, and sometimes like you're gonna get fucking popped, like, and that's gonna make me recognize doing something wrong more than please stop.
Okay,
like,
but let me say this: that's how you learn. I mean, there's different types of like learning. There's visual learners. There's hands-on. I feel like hands-on learning would have to deal with like people getting hit. It's like I did something bad and I got hurt because of it. Now I know not to do that. That's like a hands-on type of learner. But I feel like
causes hands-on learners.
Yeah, but I feel for sure. But I feel like if you get yelled at by your parent, that could be a lot more detrimental than actual anything physical.
Yeah, sometimes. If it affects you effectively.
I also noticed, Cal, that you said when your mom hits you or yells at you.
Yeah, it's like sometimes
your dad never fuck with you like that.
Yeah, sometimes it works in the exact same way, but it's typically when I'm doing different things.
But I feel like people, their first habit is to say the truth, and your first thing was mom.
Yeah,
was your mom the more disciplinary parent? Because to me, your dad would have been.
It depends on different things, for sure. Like
different, like bad.
Like when it comes to like it's like a physical thing. Like I never got spanked or anything.
I was gonna say, let me ask you, if you came home with like a bloody nose from school, and you said, "Yeah, I got in a fight at school," who would be more mad?
No one would be mad. My mom would try to understand what's going on, and so would my dad. But I would probably react.
All right. Well, let me not say mad. Said. Who would react better? If that makes sense. Who would react more as I got your back? Like I'm about to call the school and be like, "What the fuck just happened?"
Both of them. I don't know.
That's fair.
They come in different angles. My dad's like,
that's
okay. What's going on here? My mom's making sure I'm okay.
That's kind of the same.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's completely different.
Yeah, I get that. That's kind of a hard thing to judge.
Yeah, it's a crazy thing because they come from different perspectives, and that's where the parenting's coming from.
We all came from different perspectives, but I feel like all of our parents kind of mutually agree on the same thing.
Yeah. And the
which
good
is
parents.
Wild because we're all three wildly different.
We are.
As far as the way we grew up.
I think another answer to that question is like if you, as a parent, like if I'm trying to be harmful to you and hurt you because you hurt, or if I'm trying to help you as a human being. Like I'm trying to check you because you don't want to do that because you're acting like a freak or you're acting stupid or you're being annoying or something like that. Or it's like, boom, I'm going to hit you or I'm going to spank you or slap with the paddle because I like hurting you.
I just thought of something.
That's the dividing line.
That helped me. It's like, it all comes down on purpose. Like, if a parent gets mad at their kid, and because they're mad, they hit them out of rage, just like, why'd you do that?
That's wrong.
That's different than, hey, you did something bad. Later, I'm gonna spank you.
See, we're getting in real deep.
So that's the difference between discipline and acting out. Like, if you hit a kid, it's like, hey, why'd you do that? That's like anger. I don't think that's considered good parenting, in my opinion. But if you say, hey, you messed up, later there are going to be consequences, even if it's physical. I think that puts a different thing in their kid's mind opposed to their parent just being reactive.
I don't like planning a physical consequence. That's like taking someone to a torture room.
Hold up now.
Well, that's how life is, though. It's like if you do something, it's like, oh, you're in jail now.
Nah,
it's kind of like a lesson towards life.
It's
more accurate. Opposed, it's like that's, in my opinion, that's how it should be.
Yeah.
Like if a cop arrests someone, they shouldn't beat him. Obviously, they should just arrest them and then they get punished in jail.
What if they're defensive?
Like not in public, like somewhere else. Fighting? Well, that's a whole different story.
Yeah, that's the dividing line.
It's not though.
That's what makes the difference.
You're gonna murder. You're gonna.
It's a kid. They don't know any better. It's different from an adult.
Micah, cops torture 17-year-olds mentally or physically. It doesn't matter.
That's not torture your own kid. That's not the point.
It is the point. Cops will have more of a effect.
Where are you getting torture from?
Not torture.
I did say it, but I wasn't saying it in that context.
The way torture came out was the wrong word.
Just because, so you guys
manipulate.
That's interesting where your brain went because it's planned and it's going to be like later in private. You went straight to torture.
Why do you think that is? Because that's torture.
Torture is planning out a person's misery.
That's aggression. That's torture.
So you think torture is worse than just hitting a kid out of anger, like right on the spot?
Nope, because I don't.
He said yes. You said no.
Yeah, because I don't agree.
I say yes because if you I mean,
where did planning come from?
Listen, first of all,
that's what I have a problem with.
What?
Where did planning come from? Hitting someone out of anger, or hitting someone immediately because
they're
doing the wrong thing?
I don't necessarily.
There's
planning.
three different.
They're two different. Like I feel like hitting out of anger is not trying to teach the kid a lesson. It's more like I'm angry, so I'm going to react.
Yes.
Opposed to where the other one is like I want this kid to learn that they shouldn't have done that, and that's a lesson that they should learn in life.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But
psychologically, it could be worse depending on the kid because it is planned. But that's more accurate to life. Like cops shouldn't beat the shit out of you when you do a crime. They should arrest you and go to court.
Parents shouldn't beat the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Cops kill people.
I know, but they shouldn't. Yeah, it's a bad example.
Shouldn't beat the shit out of you, but they do.
That's not the argument.
Beating the shit out of you is much different than getting popped.
Anyways, let me say what I was going to say.
Okay.
The reason I said yes to out of reaction versus planning it.
Yeah.
I'd rather you do that than planning it is because I can respect the reaction. Right? Meaning I come home with straight Fs. Give me a couple hits on the head. Quit being fucking dumb. Pay attention to school. And I know it's all perspective. It's how a kid's raised. I was lucky enough to kind of appreciate the harshness and grow up a little different, you know. Nothing wrong with that. But there's also nothing wrong with using it as a fucking mental illness. That just came out.
I lost you there. I lost you. It's okay.
It just came out.
It's okay.
I
understand where you're coming from.
I grew up great. I had a great life. All right. I was also... You know... Toughness is built within yourself, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
You can make every excuse in the book to not be tough, or you can say, hey, shit happened to me, I'm going to keep moving, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I did. I don't make excuses. I love everybody in my life. Some people did some mean things to me, but it's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
All right? And without them, I probably wouldn't be where I am today. So, at the end of the day, I think, out of all the things I've been through, it was because of a reaction.
Exactly.
He never planned it.
Right.
It was and if he planned it, then I would have felt more of a
it would be more psychological.
I would have been more of a target.
Okay.
Yes.
And that's why I disagree. Because if he would have been like, oh, you did such and such? Yeah, wait till 5 o'clock.
Yeah, guess what? I'm going to fuck
then
you up.
I would have been in my room just like...
It's torture.
Like I wouldn't know what to do.
But I feel like...
Which is more psychologically torture.
But I feel like you learn more from that than just physical pain. It all depends on the person, but I feel like...
That's what I'm saying. If you were to grow up in my house...
Yeah.
You might have thought different than me at 23 years old. I think the way I do because of the way I grew up.
Yeah.
Same way you do because of the way you grew up in a certain household.
Facts.
Like if we were to switch shoes, we'd be different people.
The thing is, my parents didn't really punish me like for anything ever.
They
tried to, but I just but I would just be like, nah. Yeah. Like usually, and I just get out of it. That's the thing. You guys are. But we're all so different.
You also never did anything wrong.
Well, I mean,
you're a good kid.
Smoking weed in high school.
Yeah, but that wasn't really your fault, though.
It isn't. That's not. It's not my fault, but it's. I mean, that's what kids do, I guess. But like, you probably think you shouldn't have been punished as much as you do, or you're saying no regrets. You do believe that. I feel like I should have been more disciplined because I feel not as. How should I put this? Damn. I did that thing where I was just talking and I actually think about what I was saying.
You got time, brother.
Well, I can help you if you want to have time to think.
Yeah, sure.
But I don't have any regrets because I feel like if I were to get away with the things that I was doing, I would have regretted my life a lot more.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
That's true.
100%.
So that's why I don't I mean, you can't blame them. Like,
actually,
he's a parent.
That's a great point.
You can't blame them.
That's a great point. Because I feel like because my parents weren't that strict,
that's the way
I didn't do that much crazy shit because I knew that's like, exactly. I feel like that's how all parenting is. You always do a little bit more shit than you
test the line.
You test the lines. Yeah. So if there is no line, then you won't go that far.
Exactly.
And it worked for me, I guess.
My greatest fear was...
It worked.
My greatest fear was, and I mean, y'all both know. I test that fucking line.
Yeah.
But my greatest fear was going way too far over.
Yeah.
Right? And I was dumb. If you ever watched this, he'd probably be like, yeah, Blaine, you're a dumbass. I knew every time. But, I mean, I was dumb, but I was pretty smart. I mean, I was down deep into some bad things, but I never went deeper into things.
Yeah,
you know, I could have been a lot worse off, but I always had that fear of coming home.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, what at the end of the day saved me. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. It sobered you up to a certain extent, so you didn't go too far.
Yeah,
because you were scared of the potential consequences.
I couldn't take that next step.
Yes.
So that's what goes back to like the thought. Goes back to the thought that if I come home too fucked up, then I will be punished. That's the time thing that I was kind of explaining. Yeah. It's different because it's not like you know exactly what's going to happen. It's not like your parents said if you come home this way, you'll.
Did y'all ever sneak out?
Yeah. I jump off the second story of my house and jump in a roll.
And you just walk back in the front door?
Yeah.
Nah, I would go into the back door.
Oh yeah, usually back door.
Wait, you snuck out?
Yeah, the back door once I got the addition in my house in 2000.
You snuck out all the time.
Middle school, I got the addition on the house and you can get out the back.
That's what's up. I didn't know that. Easy.
But I would only sneak out for very specific and special occasions.
Just smoking for me. I would sneak out.
Yeah, but that wasn't even as many times.
You ain't gotta explain yourself. I know. Bro, one time.
And drinking.
Bro, one time.
Yeah, we've done that too.
One time I stepped out, right? Where my brother's, like, the room all the way at the end, right? Mm-hmm. I was sneaking out.
Yeah.
And my dad was sleeping in the room like he normally does. Mm-hmm. And I guess he went out to smoke a cigarette, but I didn't hear the front door.
Yeah.
Right? So, you know, I open my window, open the screen, yada, yada, yada. Mm-hmm. As soon as my body gets out of the window and my 2 feet hit the ground, I look over. It's like Emery saw a Sasquatch. Bro, I look over, I see my dad. All I see is his white t-shirt and shorts and the tip of the lit cigarette. Yeah. He just goes. Sprints inside. And I was like, oh shit. I jump back in my fucking room, put the screen back, close the window, get in bed. Yeah. He comes in there marching. He goes, was that you? I was like, yeah. He goes, oh, God damn it. I thought it was some robber. He's like, I just went and grabbed my pistol. Damn. He had his pistol in his hand. I was like, yeah, no, that was me. He was like, if you're going to fucking sneak out, just go out through the front door. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I could have done that 3 weeks ago. But
now you got a gun out. It's fucking...
I almost got shot if I would have stayed there.
That's funny.
Oh my God. Oh,
that's different. I never got caught for sneaking out, but my parents always knew. They always knew what was going on.
I was 50-50.
But it's definitely harder for y'all. Because I had a one-story house. My window was right on the ground floor.
Yeah,
that's true.
Bro, one time I snuck out. Me and Stone got so fucked. It was like 5:30 a.m. We didn't have a ride. Mm. We were just walking down 3 Job. I had to be home by 6. Otherwise, my dad was going to get up and realize I wasn't there. Mm. We fucking picked up a ride from a stranger.
Damn.
The sun was coming up. I got dropped off at like Charles Street. And I sprinted home. Took my screen off. Like, got through my window, put the screen back on, closed the window. As soon as I got in bed and threw the covers on me, my dad's door opened.
Damn.
Holy shit.
Thank God.
That's when you're laying in bed and you're like, oh shit, I did it.
I made it.
Fucking did
it. I'm fucked up, so it's 6 a.m. I'm still wide awake. I'm like, oh, this is nice. And then I hear him go to work, and I'm like, oh, I'm chilling.
Life is good at that point.
It was such a good day. It was such a good day.
Dude, it's crazy how that parenting shit is treated. It's all the perspective of the parent, but at the end of the day, you know, you are the reason why they're doing what they're doing, right?
That's not true.
They're reacting to your actions. If you're the first child,
you're an experiment.
You are. That is true. But they're reacting to your actions.
They're not, though. They're reacting because they don't know how to react.
Right. That
doesn't matter. Thing. My brother could do the same shit I do. He'd react the same way.
Dude, they're reacting to react. My mom, during this podcast, sent me a picture of her and my dad graduating. I'm talking about in college.
What?
Yeah.
Your parents... Wait. What?
They just found a picture, and my mom was like, "Me and Dad graduation."
Yeah. I thought you meant your like graduating this year.
No, it's some old ass picture, and it put things into. You can't really see it, but
it was college sweethearts.
From my parents.
If y'all watch this, shout out. Y'all
in college.
Y'all the realest ones.
It's really crazy, and then you think about the fact that those are my parents. I just graduated from college. What if I had a kid like that and they started acting up? I'm reacting to what they're doing. But I'm also my own fucking person. Man. Yeah. Like I'm trying to understand life. They're the same age that I was.
I agree that like they're reacting to like their child, but like you grew up a different way. So you would react differently. Yeah, you would at the end of the day. Because you grew up from them and they grew up from their parents. That's why I say the first child is experiment. Yeah. Because they don't know. So that's why you get the knowledge of them knowing what they're doing is because you have 2 younger siblings. Mm-hmm. I've witnessed firsthand my brother get away with shit that if I was sleeping in bed until 11 o'clock on a Saturday, it wouldn't be no fucking walking the fucking boardwalk. You know what I'm saying? Facts. Facts. What the fuck are you doing? You also eat half of the mistakes of your parents as the firstborn. Exactly. I'm just saying. That's why I do. Like, that's why. And me, like, I've never grown up. I never blamed my dad. No. I never had any vengeance or hatred or anger towards my father. It's because for some, I don't know if it's just the human I am or what, but like, I just realized like he was 20 or 21, he was living his life. This shit just happens, man. Right, yeah. They just acting on their own accord. I can't blame him because as a 23-year-old, almost 24, I would have probably done the same stupid shit. Yeah. And I only say probably because it hasn't actually happened. Yeah. So I can't speak for sure, but he did it, and I'm here. Yeah. So he did something right. Yeah, he absolutely did. I mean, we're sitting here talking on a podcast, all working good jobs and motivated. So goddamn, they must have done something right. That's why it's like it worked. And some kids, the oldest kid, always hates their parent that wasn't there. Yeah. And I'm just like, why? You can't be mad. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they weren't there, but number one, they're not dead. So you know who they are. And number two, it's like, they have their own life. I've never, like, it'd be unfair to me to stop somebody else from living their life. So why would I expect that from a parent? Right. 100%. That may sound fucked up, but it's like... It's an interesting perspective. They're just as human as we are. It'd be different if they were there and then they left. Yeah. Like if they were there until I was 16 and they were just all of a sudden like, hey, I hate your mother, I'm leaving. Yeah. That'd be different. I'd be like, hey, fuck you, bro. They grew up and put their lives together and really function, and then they loved you on top of all of that. Exactly. Regardless of anything that happened. Exactly. And how it reacted. And looking at that type of love, it's like, damn, man. And my mom was always there, so it's like, hey, yeah, you were fucking wild. But then again... I'm also wild. Yeah. And I'm still here. So I see where it comes from. Exactly. You know? That's the beautiful thing in it. That's why parenting is a hard thing. Yeah. It really is. Yeah. It's hard. And I mean, people fucking younger than us and our age, having kids, married already. Respect to them, but man. Jesus. Holy shit. I feel like they just signed their life away. Yeah. It's a lot. Like, holy fuck. Michael, but I'll give respect. Because some people, and shout out, I don't know if he'll ever watch it, but shout out Brandon Dotson, right? I follow him on Facebook. Oh, Brandon. Mm-hmm. He's dating first and last name. Jade. I don't know if they're married or not. I don't know if she has his last name. They might be by now. I think they were engaged at one point. But respect to y'all, because y'all are cool as fuck, right? I see him on Facebook all the time. Oh, yeah? Bro. They're dope. They're solid. They're dope. I fuck with them. They're solid. I fuck with them. Brandon, so shout out to them. Solid. But yeah, other than that, you got balls to be out here having fucking family at 23 years old. Yeah. But then again, you gotta think. I almost slipped up right there. But you also gotta think. Some people get different jobs. Some people got crazy jobs.
It's a different story for every single person, bro. It's wild. And there's different types of loves with that shit. Sometimes you find it, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you do and you fuck it up.
Like me, it's just people want different lifestyles.
Yeah. They envision
I ain't chasing money.
Yeah.
I'm chasing whatever the fuck I want at the time. You know?
Yeah.
If I gotta work for it, I'll do it. But work ain't stopping me from doing what I want to do.
Exactly.
Like, work is never... I grew up with a fucking lake house. I grew up with a house in Powhatan. I grew up with a boat in fucking Chesapeake Bay, Matthew, Virginia. I didn't go to college. Worked as soon as I graduated high school. Work has never stopped me from going to the lake or going to the boat. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've always put work as a priority, but it's not the number one priority.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta have fun. Because that's what life's all about. Micah, how do you feel about that?
Are you still here?
Yes.
You haven't really said a word this whole podcast.
Well, I've tried, but... No, you guys, I talked the entire time last podcast, so it's your guys' turn.
I gotta run something by you right here.
Yeah. I mean, we could just end it. I mean, I feel like it's come to a natural end. I was just listening to you guys the entire time. I feel
like it's come to a natural end because you haven't said nothing.
I mean, we can continue it too. I would just do this awkward thing where you get up and then put the mic down. We're at like a minute, hour 20, hour 15.
We're at an hour 15?
Yeah, that's our typical length. That's our typical length.
But you haven't really said much.
I was saying stuff earlier. It's just during that you guys were talking about.
We were going in for a while, but...
Yeah.
That shit is crazy to me. I don't know.
Specifically with me, though, real quick.
Yep, you
say something of substance. When it comes to my parents, they never stopped taking care of their first child because I have a brother who has mental disabilities. So he was always a kid, and he still feels like a kid. So that's why I probably just wanted more attention because it was so focused on him because of his situation. Yeah. So that's why I feel like I should have gotten more discipline. But now I think about it, it's like with the line, because there wasn't that big of a line, I didn't do that much crazy shit, So yeah, it all worked out.
Well, holy fuck, Mike. You just dropped a bomb on me.
Yeah?
You know what that tells me? I feel like you wanted, or not necessarily needed, but you would have liked more attention as a kid.
It's not necessarily more attention. I just wanted there to be less attention on my brother in a bad way of saying it. But
no, I get that. I mean, you deserve your own attention.
Yeah,
you are.
It's just like whenever we did anything, we had to think of.
Always,
like how can
I get that.
How can we accommodate for him opposed to like.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Do you think that has like an effect on how you go through everyday life now?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's how parenting is. You raise someone, and because of that, they are affected by it.
So
that was the most neutral way of saying that.
But like, how do you feel any type of way about it, or have you just kind of adjusted?
It is what it is
to the way of living it.
Yeah.
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 But do you like?
It could have been different, but it's not. So why does it matter?
I mean, yeah, but
I mean, it matters.
You're allowed to have those moments of what if.
Well, I used to feel differently, but now it's just like, yeah, fuck, I couldn't do it. You know?
You just kind of moved on from it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that.
Moved on to what?
I mean,
the podcast.
You just, what are you doing?
Do you feel like you're like independent? Like you feel like you're
mostly independent.
Like doing your
financially
own thing?
independent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just chilling for now.
Or are you still throwing haymakers like you got a grudge?
Yeah,
I never threw haymakers. Never threw haymakers.
The sentences you say are coming with some strong Mike Tyson hooks.
Yeah. Me?
What? Did I?
Just naturally throughout this whole series of podcasts.
Oh, okay, sure.
How do you feel?
I've noticed you've come along, yes, with some strong theories, but I feel like we kind of
honestly, I don't remember most of the conversations we have on the podcast. Well, because in my mind, I'm like, it's recorded. I don't have to remember it.
No, I'm kind of the same way.
Yeah,
I feel you. But
I feel the opposite. In my mind, it's like it's recorded. And I'm gonna tweet the fuck out when I see what I said. I fucking bug out, bro.
Yeah?
It's too much.
You can't rewatch the podcast?
I do, but it's like... God.
I feel like you watch it more than us, probably.
Nope, probably not. I just let it run.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I haven't seen one podcast.
Well, we've had it on the TV while we're all been here. That's what I've seen as well.
Yeah, but I ain't watched it.
I see myself on that thing. We talk about it. It's like, what are you talking about? Like you're saying some crazy shit.
I think we've been having very good conversations, and we've always said everything with a grain of salt. You know, we don't know the exact truth, but we are who we are, and that's the way it's going to be. And I ran out of things to say. Mid-sentence.
Yeah. Well, number one, I always speak from all opinions. I may say the opinion I have, but I'm saying it as a fucking basically like an open door, an open invitation for anybody to come back and be like, well, actually, this is what I think about this, this, and that, or whatever it is. I sound like I speak from a bias, but it's normally because that's the only part of the subject that I know. Mm-hmm. And I want people to elaborate it with me. That's why I bring it up. Because I'm listen to me. Listen. I'm a boring motherfucking person, right? I partied a lot when I was 16 all the way through 21. Okay? I've done a lot of things that don't interest me anymore. Okay? So, all I do now, I go to work, I make my money, fam. I go to work. I do my thing, right? I make my fucking money. Alright? And I come home. That's all I do. So, I don't really got a lot to talk about. I don't really got a lot to say.
That's not all you do. You know why? Because you do the podcast.
That's true.
That's something. That's what's helping me. This is something we're doing
That's
now,
also a part of my personality because I have about 13 of them. I can fucking switch on and off to a different person. But for the most part, I go to work, I come home, I eat my food, I go to sleep. I don't do nothing else. So I don't really got a lot to say. But I keep up with topics just so I can have a social cue for conveniences like this podcast.
Like a podcast.
So I can keep up with things to somehow communicate with and not
keeping up with the social world.
Exactly.
Keeping yourself relevant so you can feel like you belong.
Fuck about the fucking social world. I don't give a shit who owns Twitter, who owns Facebook. I don't care about none of that. I'd rather you not know my name.
Well, kudos to us for having a podcast then, because we're all talking about stuff that, at the end of the day, we're all just trying to fucking function. You know, the three of us having these conversations, recording that shit.
That's a good point.
So that's kind of hard to do, to be honest with you.
It took us a while to fucking figure it out.
Yeah, it was hard.
Yeah. Still haven't really figured it out because I fucking set the camera at a fucking crooked angle. Right. But hey, it's got what am I trying to say? It's got
charisma, character, flavor.
All those work.
It
wasn't the word I was thinking of for some reason.
Thank you for watching episode
8.
7.
8. I'm gonna fucking kill y'all. Okay, because it's
Monuments in podcast.
Listen, 7, 8 doesn't matter. Micah, take us out with your Bane voice.
My Bane voice.
Oh, the pressure's.
I wonder if it works on this mic.
Come on, just do it.
Which line should I do? The shadow.
Thanks for coming.
Oh, I thought it was.
Now you gotta make up your own.
Yeah, just do your own thing.
Thank you for enjoying tonight's entertainment. That's kind of a line he says in the movie. You have to do the transition first.
You gotta do it again.
Yeah, we're figuring it out.
Are we good?
I think we're good.
Done?
No, we're not done. We're never done.
All right.